We're live. We did it. We
Yay!
exist. Through the power of the internet.
Hooray!
Mm-hmm.
We are live, but I don't know if we are listenable because it gave me a advertisement. I don't have fancy Twitch.
Oh, no, me either.
I think we're live.
Yeah, sorry. I'm tweeting out links and whatnot.
Yeah, I can hear us.
Okay.
I heard my sale.
Good. Cool. Thank you. So, as we get everything spun up correctly today, we've been playing pretty fast and loose for quite a while, as both of you are well aware. One of the things I want to do is take a second and update your characters some. So when you like pull up your character sheet, you have characteristics, which are like the things that influence your skills, and then skills are on a different page, right? And it says what characteristic it uses, and then if you have any advancements in it. In between character generation, getting some starting XP when you design and make your characters, as well as we've upped these a few times, just not like super technically. We kind of just did stuff. It's time to do stuff again and reflect on how you have gained and improved yourselves in the old world here.
Oh man, I love reflecting.
Exactly. Let me hold on, because I'm trying to keep both of your career paths in front of me, and also do the leveling a little more correct than we have historically. But I also only have the PDF. So we go to page 47. It keeps ticking the pages up one more. Okay. So we've done advances before. So you're gonna have, because I've been keeping track of like what I've given you guys. You're gonna have, you can up characteristics. You can up any one characteristic or 5 different characteristics up 1 each, right? You have like 5 points there. And you can also do a skill or skills up 5. This is your like 11 to 15 advancement. That's not using it quite the way it is intended, but that's how we're going to do it and keep things balanced. So basically you have 5 points to throw in a characteristic somewhere and 5 points towards a skill.
Okay, and is that basic skills or advanced skills?
Yes, yeah. So one of the things we changed right away was, if you remember, we've never really restrained ourselves to what the careers do. Technically, I should charge a little more XP, but we're also not playing explicitly by the XP rules. So we're gonna do that whole shebang. Oh, I can't hear you, Zach.
Yep, I muted myself for the fire truck. Is it +5 to a characteristic?
Yeah, so technically the way it works is anytime you do an improvement, it's like a 1-to-1. You put 1 point in, you get one thing, which is what it works out pretty well. There's like a pretty nice curve on how much experience you spend versus how much you've already put into a thing. But yeah, so it's a D100 or D100 system, so it's definitely not influencing it as much as could be nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are you guys thinking you want to add to your characters? What do you want to improve upon?
I was going to go 5 points straight in intelligent.
Okay. Just becoming a little more crafty and conniving.
I think his calculating side is starting to show through, and I think that's like the proof is that like he's showing off a little bit more of his intelligence.
Yeah, no, I like that.
I myself am trying to remember what some of these shorthands mean.
Shorthands where? Like
WSBS. Yeah.
So that's weapon skill and ballistic skill, so it's ranged, melee ranged.
Mm-hmm.
And then strength informs damage. Toughness protects you from damage. Initiative is just how quickly you react. I actually don't remember
agility.
Yeah, I just don't remember the difference between straight agility and dexterity. Because then there's intelligence, willpower, and fellowship. Or maybe I got initiative and int flipped.
Int is should be intelligence.
Okay, so initiative's the earlier one.
Yeah. Dex is probably more reactionary based, and agility is probably more proactive, I would assume.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I should know this, but knowing whatever 8 out of the 10, I don't feel too bad. Especially when I barely read through this book.
It's every 10 is a new the bonus and stuff.
What do you mean?
So like I'll have an agility of 2 because I'm at 25 because it rounds down to the 2, right?
Yeah. There's like in the same way that D&D like has an 18 as a +4, right? Sometimes it cares about the 18, sometimes it cares about the +4. Like for purposes of initiative, it doesn't care about the full number, it just cares about the tens digit. But then there's times when you have to test against your characteristics, and every little point will help.
Yeah.
More often than not, it's the tens digit that really makes it or breaks it, but you gotta influence it somewhere.
Yeah. What was the T?
Toughness.
Okay.
That's resisting damage. So we've played fast and loose with the combat rules too, but technically, I swing and hit. You like attempt to fight back or parry or whatever. I have success levels, so I win. I add success levels plus strength, deal damage, and then we look, where is the damage going, what armor do you have, and what toughness do you have. So hitting your head is usually more damaging than anything else, whereas hitting your body is usually the least damaging. But if you have a 7 toughness, you're tougher than some people are wearing armor, because they might only have like a 2 or 3 toughness and only have like maybe 3 like a leather like vest or something on their body.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize my strength is this ridiculously low.
Yeah, because like it has like some stuff depending on what race you pick, and then like you can just it's 2d10 plus something. You can just completely bomb the roll.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I was like, oh man, like my intelligence is through the roof right now, and my strength is not.
Yeah.
It shows. See, I'm wondering if I want to go like strength or toughness, because it's like I've been fighting a lot more than I have in my past, so like I'm improving there. Yeah. Or if I just do agility because it is my lowest stat.
Sure. Well, so if you just go straight weapon skill, WS, like you're just going to hit more often.
Okay.
Not to say that your strength going from a 30 to a 35 or something wouldn't be good, but increasing 5% more likely to hit is exciting.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go 3 on my weapon skill to bring it to a 30.
Okay. So you'd put 3 in advances. And that should do.
That would...
Oh, did you just add it right to your raw?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you remember what you put, back it up. If you don't, it's not the end of the world because I'm keeping track of what I'm giving out. So
it was +5. So
have I ever upped my characteristics before?
I don't know that we've upped characteristics. I mean, if I think
maybe just since the initial.
Yeah, I think we did when we made characters, and then I think we've only messed with skills since then.
Okay.
Because I think, and I can like pull up exactly the notes of what I gave. I know I've given a couple. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was on the character sheet. I know I gave a couple skill ups before earlier in the game because we weren't sure exactly how we wanted to handle leveling and such.
What was FEL again?
Fellowship. It's just camaraderie.
That's so weird.
What?
That it's like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could eventually like turn on my cousin, and would have to probably roll a fellowship roll.
Okay, I'm an idiot, and I put my 5 in the wrong stat, but now it's fixed.
Did you put it in intuition or initiative?
Yeah, I put it into initiative and then thought about it, and I was like, nope, that's not right.
I'm gonna go 3 weapon skill and 2. I'm getting stronger. Look at me, guys. Alright. And then skills. You said I could do 5 in skill.
Yep, 5 and 5.
Maybe I decided to go back to college, and I'll just put all 5 in art.
Like, we've been using that a lot, so it seems fine.
I put all 5 points in the charm, so.
Ooh.
Oh, that is scary. Just slit our throats in our sleep.
It's making sense. It's adding up.
Alright. If I want to hop on this smuggler train and start using this class that I decided to take and never use, I feel like I've already got modifiers in a lot of the things I'd want to. Bribery, charm.
I mean, until you have 99 in them, I think you can actually have over 100. It's just you still fail on 100.
Why did I put 5 into cool?
You really wanted to be cool. Gossip.
I actually think cool's like super important in this game.
Yeah, it's not important, that's for sure. Stealth you already have a lot in, but you could improve that. Haggle and gossip are pretty handy. You guys have definitely needed. Pretty low. You've definitely needed navigation a few times.
Nah,
we don't care about that.
I'm gonna put all 5 into gossip.
Chatty
me, that's what they call me.
What's your navigation?
I think it was 30.
31.
31.
My navigation is 47.
Jesus.
Why?
Because my initiative is super high.
I thought it was your intelligence is super high.
Yeah.
No. I'm dumb. My character's not.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
We're over here rocking it.
Oh, gossip is fellowship based. Maybe I
Yeah. That was where I was at. I was like, fellowship actually seems really hard to like put points into.
Yeah. Maybe I don't do gossip.
Well, especially for this crew.
Yeah, like we're gonna stab the person that we're talking to anyway.
Yeah. Well, I've already got 4 points in row. I don't think I need more there.
I think that's row, like starting fights, getting into a row.
Oh, that makes sense with our crew.
Is it really?
No,
it's row. It's row for the boat.
I was like, honestly, either seems like this game would have it, but
I'd like to roll to get into an argument. All right, roll row.
Roll low.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm going.
no, I'm gonna roll high.
I'm gonna go all 5 into intimidate because I've been stabbing people lately, and I've gotten really good at it.
Well, I think. Oh no, you didn't have the vision. That was Riley had the vision about you. I was gonna say, didn't you just have a vision where your cousin was taking advantage of you? And then no, it was the other way around. He had a vision where he was taking advantage of you, and he was like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah.
I still need to clip all those scenes too. Shit. I haven't done shit.
Oh, you didn't clip my murder?
No, not yet.
I just
I honestly don't know that I'll be able to. I think it might have been too long. Like, I downloaded the video, so we're like gonna get it, you know what I mean, like upload it and stuff. Like, I'm gonna break it down because we need some highlights for this. But yeah, I honestly think it went a couple minutes long.
Clip 1, clip 2, clip 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
clip 4, and this is where the murder happened.
Yeah, right. I know we've been building up to this for quite a while, but
Stay tuned, Dragon Ball fans.
oh man. Yeah.
Here's your 10-second fight spanned over 5 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you both
gonna
spent points?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with intimidate.
Okay, cool. So, we're gonna, like I was saying before, we're gonna have this. Honestly, this works out kind of nicely because it's such a, I mean, when you measure it, it's not that far because all it is 20 feet. But in reality, it's much further down the river Reich. So it's nice to put something in there and not just like completely flash forward to you guys being in Altdorf. So this is going to break it up a little bit. You guys are kind of making it through that hook where, as you can see up here, it's the river Stur, and then the river Reich comes up through here. Let me make sure that was visible. Kind of taking that bend and heading into Altdorf because that's where you have been told the Sugarfoot warehouse is, and it would seem so too is Kurt. That most hated name that we have been chasing since like episode 3 or 4 or something. And you guys are just continuing to sail down the river in this stolen ship, this ill-gotten goods. The party seems to have like a lot more determination now. Everyone's quiet and ready. Not a lot of jokes, not a lot of riffraff or nonsense or whatever. And as you sail, you see a figure out in the water, which doesn't make a lot of sense at first, but as you start to get a little bit closer, you see that it's someone out in stilts, and then like wading boots, right? Like they still go all the way up, like halfway up, and it appears to be a human woman, and she's got like basically a life preserver, for a lack of a better term, and then like a cooler, for a lack of a better term, kind of stuffed in that, and it's tied around her, and she's got all of these like crazy complicated items like poking out of it, and she's like drawing water into this like syringe essentially, and she's just kind of like wandering out, not like super far into the river, but like much further than any normal person would be able to get. These stilts are probably 10-15 feet tall, and like obviously she sees your boat, but is continuing to do whatever it is that she's doing there as you kind of pull into the slack water here. No.
Are we pulling aside to like see her, or are we like slowing down?
No, you're under control of your boat right now. So I would just say that you very clearly see this, and she has positioned herself in like the slack of the water in general. So like you're
like in our way.
Not quite in your way because she's not that far in. You could you could have a very easy test to just sort of meander around her, or I guess you could hit her if you wanted to. It probably won't kill her, but I mean, I guess we'll see, right?
But with these dice,
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna turn the scene over to you. This is what you see. This is what's going on. And yeah, there's this woman just in the water doing some whole thing.
What is my character? Yuli. That's what it was.
Yuli, that's who you are.
Who am I?
Yuli, have you seen this before?
I've played a half elf several times. I couldn't remember which name. Yuli is sitting on the deck with a mortar and pestle, and he's just grinding something up. And when he sees this other person, like, he sets it aside. He goes, oh, and then he runs off to find Fiazza, who he assumes is at the navigation wheel.
Yeah, let's assume Fiazza is also navigating the navigation wheel, as she is our sailor.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Even though Yuli's probably more skilled at it, as we just learned.
He's skilled in navigation, probably not sailing.
Fair.
He can't move the wheel. Well,
his hands just slip off of it.
Like, he knows which exits to take, but he doesn't know how to stop and go in the car well.
That makes sense. That's reasonable.
And he runs up to Fiazza and goes, excuse me, there's someone out there. And he starts pointing off at her. He goes, what should we do?
Is she, calling to us?
No, but she's looking at us, and we did kind of steal this boat twice now. So, I'm just worried about people watching us just commit crimes down the river.
I mean, driving's not a crime.
No, but...
Does she seem cool about it? Does she seem worried about us? How does she appear to you, Yuli?
I can ask. And Yuli runs over to the side of the boat that this woman's on. And goes,
before I can stop him.
Excuse me. Are you cool?
Yeah, right. So we see from her perspective, we see, we don't see Yuli at first, but we see him kind of stand up and look and then run frantically. I mean, this is at a distance, but she can, see it to a certain perspective. And she's got this huge comical syringe that she's drawing water in, and she sort of mucks her way over to the instruments that are floating there and deposits it in something, and then pulls out all of these essentially litmus test strips, right? And she's placing one in and then holding it up, and she just shakes her head. She's like, I don't feel like this is gonna go very well for me. And we just do an establishing shot, right, where we play the intro music, and we see the dilapidated what's the boat called? Just the Down now?
The Down.
Yeah, just the Down.
Because the rest of it's all scratched off. I don't even remember what it is anymore.
Right. It plays the rest of the intro theme. We see the title credits,
But it's slightly off the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then, right, we cut back to... So Yuli returns, right? And yells.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from... What's that?
Oh, I was just saying, is this after, he calls out to the woman?
So we saw, from her perspective, we saw you guys reacting, then we saw her watching you run away, and now we're caught up again, because you've just yelled out, hey, are you cool?
Yeah.
And, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, Yuli turns around to look at Fiazza and goes, I think I know how this is gonna play out. And he's pulling the crossbow off of his back, and he's
and I'm just no, Yuli, put it back. Be cool.
I'm just look. Every time that we've reached someone and talked to them, it's usually ending in violence. I just want to be ahead of the curve if this goes south.
It hasn't gone there yet.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But I don't want to be the one without a loaded crossbow.
Don't let her see.
Oh, okay. And he takes a knee. He's on one knee and he's pulling, just winching back the crossbow.
Yeah, he's pulling it with everything he's got. He's shaking.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know that I'm cool. I am a scientist.
Can I hear this? Can I hear her?
Yeah. You guys have gotten
Okay.
pretty close at this point. She's yelling out to you.
What kind of scientist?
We're not really split into a lot of different branches, in 427.
Is that herbology humor? We don't split off into many branches?
Right, and then we get like a shot of her under her breath. She's like, oh, fucking herbologist. She's like, I applied for a grant at the Imperial Society of the Worshipful Philosophers, but they laughed at me. I imagine yours was probably pretty similar.
No, I actually went to college. But what are you doing out here in the murkiness?
She grumbles under her breath. I went to college, you fucking elf.
I went to college.
Yeah. She's like, well, I'd be happy to share some of my research, for a dry bed and a snack, a meal tonight.
Fiasa, do you take on another person?
On a stolen ship?
I mean, we can figure this out. Do you mind if the bed is stolen?
Yuli!
She's like, if it puts one of your crew members out, I'm hungry.
Yeah, no, I mean the whole...
Yuli!
Piazza has left the boat, which is starting to just...
He's just drifting off to the side.
Yeah,
listening. I'm just like, alright, like, we don't need to tell her it's stolen.
Okay. I mean, you're the navigator. I'll just... And he, like, takes a step back from the railing, and he's, like, turned around and he's fitting the arrow into the crossbow.
Just, like, just stop. Everything is fine.
Okay. I'm cool.
Be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to let her on board? Like, are we going to be nice, or are we just going to go on our way?
I mean, given our history, something's probably going to bad happen to her. Bad times ahead.
So maybe we leave her here.
Well, but I want to meet her. She seems... She's a scholar like me. I mean, not like me, a lesser me. She's...
You can't call people lesser you.
No, that's fair. But I say we let her come here. I say we let her come sit with us, and she can stay the night, and if we don't like her, she'll have to leave.
Alright. She can sleep on whatever they call the outside of the boat.
I say that we let her stay up on the main floor of the boat.
The above the ceiling of the boat. We know boat things.
We know boat terms.
You definitely
we are sailing a boat.
This is a boat.
Alright.
Slapping the railing. This is a boat.
Yeah. She's like,
right.
Yes.
You can let her on. You don't tell her the boat is stolen. You don't let on that bad things are gonna happen. Everything is fine.
Maybe you should handle this conversation.
Well, okay, so I drag Yuli back to the wheel, and I get it back going straight, and get it stopped, and just told him to wait there.
Mm-hmm.
So the boat doesn't keep going.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's always moving a little, unless you're, like, tying off or throwing anchor. But yeah, you can keep it from crashing or getting stuck, which is definitely good.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll go back over and hey, what's your name, lady?
Yeah, and I think at this point, like, because you guys were arguing with each other for quite a while, she's like, tied up another. It looks like she's gone back to shore and gotten one more of her little life preservers. So now two of them are kind of like dragging behind her, piled high with like, rags and blankets and some attempt at camping gear, as well as, like I said before, a lot of like glassware and other such instruments and everything. And everything's like very haphazardly placed. And like precariously going up over the top of the waves in the wake that you've created here. And she's like very slowly kind of shuffling towards the boat, again on these like ridiculous stilts. And she's going deeper into the water to kind of get to the side of your boat. She goes, they call me Walia, and I'm from Ort, so Walia of Ort.
Hello, Walia.
She goes,
Oh.
He's a little strange, but he's very polite.
He tries his best. Where?
I was gonna say, I'm taking the arrow out of the crossbow now while she's saying he's very polite.
Where are you going?
Here? I'm not going anywhere. I assumed you would be, bedding down for the evening soon, at least in an hour or so. I can sample from all up and down the Reich here.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I borrow something from you? Can I borrow one? I noticed that you had a lot of glass vials. Could I borrow one by chance?
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you. I mean, takes it from her.
She's not even on the boat yet.
Yeah, well, so I was gonna say, I imagine we can cut that scene because she is
now on boat.
Right, she's dragged that stuff over. You've either thrown down a rope or there's like some handholds, and we haven't really built a lot of this boat yet. But basically, she gets up to it and then gets her leg out of this crazy stilt contraption with all these like buckles and everything, and then she hands one of them up to you, and then hands the other, and then she looks at the two pontoon things, and she's like, well, I didn't plan this one out very well. And then she just grabs half a handful of the glassware, goes up, like that, and kind of tosses some. I mean, not tosses, but places it up on top as you guys, I imagine, are helping her, or no?
Yeah, we're helping her get up.
Okay. Yeah, we're helping. There's definitely not handholds, so she's definitely dealing with a rope here.
Yeah, this is a very not good process. Not good. That's a technical term. When she's gonna have to roll some
athletics.
Yeah, or dex.
When she's on the boat, I'd like to let her. She mentioned you guys are bedding down. I wanted to let her know that we actually planned. Actually planned on trying to continue on as best we could.
For how long? What do you mean?
Probably was just gonna keep going. Don't need to stop the boat, right?
Last time we didn't need to stop the boat, we crashed it and I died twice. So I'd really appreciate taking a nappy nap.
Yeah, it's actually super
late.
All
right.
Not to say that you couldn't try and get someone to go through the night, but yeah, it's actually quite late. It's probably a little after 7 p.m. So you pretty much got half hour to an hour of light before it's gone completely.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured we would go until it's completely dark and then call it for the day.
Okay. Yeah. So you might get.
So go on a little farther.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
Mitra.
Hello.
Look at all the people that showed up. So exciting. There's
a
Kat,
Mike.
There's a Becca, there's a Mike. We're popular.
And this is the part where the ladies already got all of her stuff on the dock and settled, and then Booger comes walking out of the captain's quarters.
Oi.
Hi, you guys.
Hi, Booger. Good morning, good evening. This is our new friend, Walia. and we're not gonna kill her.
Okay.
She looks back and forth. She's like, what?
Yeah,
And I'm
Booger
just like,
winks
he's-
very obnoxiously.
They both got poor social skills. I am so sorry.
I have great social skills. I just need to lay it out for our friends.
She's like, so when you said stolen,
Well, we said not stolen.
but what you meant.
was not stolen.
She's like, you've seen everything I have of value. It's not very much, especially to.
No,
Yeah.
We're not looking to steal from you. We're just
We only
doing this
steal
out of the. Wait, he's not wrong. Boats are really actually the only thing we've ever stolen, and we've only ever stolen the one time.
So far.
No, we've stolen it twice because it's still not our boat.
I mean, but it was not our boat the whole time, so you can't really steal it twice.
Uh,
We're arguing over how many times this boat's been stolen. You get it? It's not ours. We picked you up out of the water to do you a favor. We wanted to get some karma back on our side.
Right, yeah.
You're our good karma.
Right, yeah, she's got, the pile of her stuff, so she's just holding, like, a graduated cylinder and then, like, a small silver knife in her hands, and neither of them are weapons, but she definitely hasn't put them down since you said we're not gonna kill her.
Anyways,
completely...
Booger's like, I gotta go back to work, and he heads back into wherever he was hidden.
what are you doing in the captain's quarters that's work?
It's like,
You want to see?
yeah, he's like, you haven't seen Finn in a while, have you?
He's just got like a Sharpie mustache and a monocle.
That's actually
Or-
good.
A grease paint.
There's one of those like person-sized mirrors in the captain's quarters, and he's drawn like a hat on it and a monocle, and he just lines himself up with a mirror. I'm the captain.
Yeah, he just keeps grinning at it.
Yes. Can I borrow one of those glass cylinders? It doesn't have to be any of the big ones.
Oh, yes, that's completely fine, of course.
And he reaches out, because now she's on the boat, and takes it. And he goes, thank you. And he reaches down and picks up the mortar and pestle that he had earlier in the day. He goes, this will go great with what I've been working on. And he puts the vial inside of the mortar and smashes it.
Right, she just watches and winces a little.
You
And he's like,
that how you borrow.
no, it's fine. She'll understand. She's a person of intellect. And he's like swirling the pestle around to crush up the glass. And he's just swirling, and he's just like, I really appreciate this. I could show you what I'm working on if you'd like.
Is it a thing you can bring out here?
I mean, it is right here. I just wouldn't be too close to it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes, it's and he is gesturing with the mortar towards her, but without leaking anything out.
Mm-hmm.
See, right now it's mostly ash and glass, and I only need a couple more ingredients, and I'll be able to defend myself from other people. And he starts taking a step back from her, and he's still grinding it up.
Yeah.
But he's like, I continually am telling this woman that we're going to hurt her, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and she keeps noticing that you're saying that.
I'm sorry. I studied herbology, and I studied a bit more of the esoteric bits of this. Usually the application is it applies to the human body or the non-human body. Not so much about what they do out in the forest. What did you study?
She goes, I'm classically trained in most of the sciences, but a particular note, as I said, I'm happy to share my research. I've been studying the River Reich. It's very unique. We have a lot of what?
You've been studying the sludge?
No, not the sludge. Although that may have something to do with it. I noticed that the river by and large has a temperature fluctuation that follows the seasons, which is to be expected, and then it changes depending on what other river current is nearby or is interrupting it. But there's a section of the River Reich just past the Castle Reichgard that is incredibly hot, and you don't pick that up anywhere else along the river, and I'm trying to understand why, and I believe I have gotten closer to an answer. There's something under the river, or deep in the bottom of it.
There's something in the river?
Yes, and I don't mean just, fish and boats and...
Yes, no, you
giant
mean something
squid
hidden.
octopuses.
Right, and then she's like, dead bodies.
So what do you think this thing is?
Well, that part I don't fully understand, but as you know, there is more to our world than just science and philosophy. There's also magic.
Sure. Although even magic can be traced back to other terms.
Well, I believe...
I could start a fire right here in front of you, and you may think it's magic, when in reality it's simply a couple of items.
So is that what you're going to do with your concoction? Light it on fire?
No. This is more of a paste that but not to you. No, This is a debilitating toxin that I can apply to the body once I have a couple more items. You see, when you take things like ash and glass and some kinds of sand, although I can't find most of those down here, you can cause several small abrasions in the body that will allow multiple toxins to seep in through the bloodstream.
The whole time her eyes are steadily getting wider. And she's also stepping a little further away from you.
You're oversharing.
I'm sorry. I thought she would be interested.
You've given a lot of thought to this. I just wonder, do you so often need to protect yourself from others?
No, I actually haven't had to hurt anyone in quite some time.
He thinks back 1 or 2 days.
Cut back to throat slitting.
But it's something to be prepared for, especially out here where my talents may be of use.
That I understand, although, my personal experiences have been either very, very few travelers stop it to say anything at all, and then when they do, they're never interested in my work. So, I'm not complaining.
Oh, I understand completely. Usually out here in the wildlands, you're more likely to meet people that are going to hurt you or rob you or leave you for dead. But that doesn't seem to happen this time. You're actually nice.
She nods because I think you're nice too. I'll admit, one of the applications to the society was for guards because I didn't plan on being so foolish as to come out here alone.
Yes, that was incredibly foolish of you.
Good thing we came along to help.
Yes, help. So
it's
the stolen bed that I'm staying in.
Yep.
Which one?
It's and he looks to Fiasa and he's pointing down.
Is the upstairs one taken?
I mean, that's the one that Booger's like dressing
doing stuff
himself in. Yeah.
So you've got two options. You can sleep inside the boat in the bottom spare bedroom, or you can hang out in this fancy open place on top of the boat in this nice empty patch.
On top sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
it's usually
welcome.
where I sleep as well. I sleep up there next to the wheel.
Is there anyone sleeping in the bottom? I don't want to disturb anyone.
The other captain's down there, but we haven't heard from him in quite some time. In fact, when we got on the boat and started heading today, he said not to disturb him at all today.
She just looks like a woman that has no choices and must choose.
I will say I have 2 rations, and I offer her one of my rations. It's like, here, you asked for food? Here's some food.
Yeah,
and I have a carrot.
She just slides up next to Fiazza, and she's like, "This is good, thank you. Yes, let me know if you want to read any more of my research. I've been working on it for several weeks now."
I would actually very much like to, because as the only person in this group that used to be able to read, I don't get a lot of material.
I can read.
You're new though.
Fiazza just wants to be special again. Yeah. So she's like, did you give her the carrot, or did you just say you had one?
I said I had one, and then it didn't sound like she wanted it.
I don't know that she. I don't know. You're doing such a weird. Like, obviously she's horrified. Like, that's just a non-starter. But you're doing this really interesting thing where you're like, it's dangerous out there, so I need to protect myself. We wouldn't kill you.
He's being very upfront about how we're not going to kill her.
Right, to the point that it's unsettling.
Yeah, he's also brandishing like this large carrot like by the flowery bit. But
right.
I also don't know vegetables apparently. So it kind of looks like a knife in his hand.
Aww.
Like the pointing end is out towards her.
I like that.
And it's held very aggressively.
Right, yeah, he's like, I have a carrot.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
carrots
like in a
weren't always
shaking
orange
motion.
either, so you know.
So it's like purpley.
Yeah, I think they had white ones too. Furious Googling.
That's weird.
Yeah. I need to see this white carrot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all of you at home can now learn that, you know, every food is a GMO.
I have. Oh, these are crazy looking.
Yeah, look at that one. It's red.
I love having a entertaining and educational game. 4 episodes ago, we taught everyone about semaphores.
What's a semaphore?
It's a method by which you can communicate long distances only by moving 2 or 3 blades on basically a windmill. So you would, you know, rotate all of them up to say one thing, you'd rotate just one of them down to say another, right? And they would get carried many distances because the, you know, phonograph and the telegram didn't exist yet.
I thought it was for keeping kids on a break. Or separating spring from winter.
Ah.
So
Get it? What's a semaphore?
Wolf.
I'm amazing.
I'll see myself out. So
where does she want to sleep?
She's gonna stay up top with Yuli. She's gonna figure out what pile looks like his, and then kind of skirt away from it a little bit.
Yeah, he's sleeping on like the top part.
Yeah. So the other thing I just want a little scene because like Fiazza opens up the book and it's literally like a date, a measurement, like a how many feet from shore, right, an approximation of depth, and then a temperature, and then there's just like 200 of those, and
Whoa.
that's it. And then, you know, probably somewhere, you know, like 3 or 4 pages in, you know, something like a third of the way through, it just says like, wow, this is really boring.
Like she wrote it?
Yeah, some sort of like meta comment on.
Is she with me there when I'm looking at her book?
I mean, she's definitely around. I don't know that she's like hawking you, but she's definitely like, she's watching expectantly, for sure.
Oh, okay. Because if she wasn't watching me, I'd like to try to scribble next to it, like, you are correct.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, she let you read it, so you can, like, oh, very interesting, oh, right, and, like, fumble around. You can also roll a stealth, like...
Yeah, I'll roll a stealth.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's the point, you know?
Have you...
Scrolling.
Sorry.
Got any modifiers?
High or low?
Low.
Yeah, I'll give you a +10 because like she's actually tucked into this meal pretty good.
She loves her dried ration.
She does really love dried rations. Nice. Oh yeah. She does not
I write,
notice at all.
have a good summer.
Hags.
What's a summer for?
Yeah, so I look over both. So she's obviously been in the river for many days.
Oh, yeah.
I actually ask her, hey, are you familiar with any of the wildlife around here?
She's like, a little bit, sure. I mean, it's not my area of expertise, though.
Have you ever noticed any giant octopi?
Freshwater squid?
Yes.
That seems incredibly unlikely. Why do you ask?
We encountered one down by Grissenwald.
And she, like, goes to, like, where her... She's like, oh, can I see that? And you, like, still have it open and the ink's still wet.
And I just, like, shut it and shuffle the pages and give it to her.
Yeah, she's like, interesting. Okay. You saw one? What do you mean by you saw one? Like, it wasn't sunbathing, was it?
Like, it was trying to kill us. We got stuck, and we went to go get some sticks to pry ourselves free, and it almost killed Yuli. Twice.
Are you around Yuli? And the story is being retold?
I don't think so. I think he's actually, like, up top, like where he usually sits, and he's munching on his carrot and still grinding up the glass.
Okay. She's like that. Oh. She goes, okay, I understand. So, when he says he's an herbalist, he didn't come out of the squid attack all that well, did he?
It was traumatizing.
I understand. Okay. You know...
He's been a little off ever since.
Is that what happened to the other one there? The smelly one?
No, Booger's always been around, and he's always been Booger.
She goes, what? So you made a joke about stealing the ship, and I don't know if I believe or understand, but I just don't know that I care right now. I don't mean to intrude, but what are you all doing sailing the River Reich? She asked the smuggler.
She asked the smuggler. We just really needed to get out of where we were. Like, Grissenwald's not the best place. I'm specifically not saying Nuln. And it was tough. And we're thinking Kemperbad is like a really good place for a fresh start.
What name are you saying? Or are you just making something up?
No, Kemperbad. It's off to the right instead of the left.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm being sneaky.
You are. So the only thing I will say is, while you found her at that channel, you were turning towards past Castle Reich Garden towards Altdorf.
Oh, so we're all the way down there already.
No, you're like just past it. You're probably like there.
Yeah.
Well, I will rewind a little bit.
No, I mean, you can say that, because she'll be like, oh? And you're like, yeah, we just took a detour when we saw you, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we thought you were going in this direction, so we want to take you as far as you need.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
karma point.
Yeah, I think she gives you a look, and she's trying to decide if she believes you. But I want to fade away from that, because we have not seen much of Booger.
Hello.
Yeah, you're here. You're definitely here.
In the captain's quarters.
Or whatever.
Yes. So there's a I think Booger would, because wouldn't Riley's character be in the captain's quarters?
I mean, I don't think you would get him out of them. Yeah.
Right.
He
so
is
I think
probably in the basement.
Yeah, Booger's down in the basement. And there's just a huge So he's taking his sword and carving something into the floor of the ship.
That makes sense.
I don't like that.
I do.
And I think, like, everyone who looks at it, like, it probably doesn't make a ton of sense, but then, like, the camera helps, like, it adds a couple of lines and things become a little clearer. And it is, in Booger's best, like, ability, the faces of every person he has to kill that the bird showed him.
Gotcha.
It's just 5 angry faces.
Yeah, they're like, it's very hard for anyone who isn't Booger to tell, right? Like, there's subtle differences between them, but it's mostly like scratches.
Right.
And he's writing something, but he can't read or write, so he's just writing what he thinks, like, letters. Like, he's seen letters, so he's writing them at the bottom, and he's like he's like mouthing like, must gain bird's pleasure. And he's just down there
just
like
a scribble.
Yeah, it's
like
actually nothing.
It's like KQ line that sort of looks like a W.
Right.
Like, and you guys probably hear it. Like, you hear the carving, like the slow. Like, he's using his sword too because he doesn't have a knife. He's just like, and yeah, that's what Booger's up to.
Yeah, he's just cataloging all the things that need killing.
Yeah, he's getting he's writing. I mean, again, it's in gibberish, but he's like putting the towns he thinks they're in, right? Like, most of them are back in Nolan, but like, he's got a target in Altor that he is going to be his first.
Right, that was the merchant. I think we decided, or something.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever actually.
Well,
we decided to there.
Yeah, you had sent me just like a little something like, oh, this guy needs to do whatever. So yeah,
right.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
And Booger might come up after everyone goes to sleep and interact with our new guest.
As only Booger can. Yeah. High or low?
Low.
All right, you get to decide. Because in my head, it's like funny if Finn is there, like drunk or mostly passed out, but he's just mumbling at you, complaining. Or if you want him to be like arguing with you or asking you what's going on, or
yeah, I don't.
In some capacity.
I think he's probably just drunk.
Okay, yeah, he's just not paying any attention.
Yeah, he's just a little gone.
Makes sense.
And Booger keeps trying to show him, like, hey.
Oh.
Okay, later.
Oh, that's
and he goes
so
back to carving.
I think we can make canon that Riley's not feeling so good after his vision quest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taking a lot out of him.
Need some alone time.
Sorry, Finn's not doing so well.
Okay. Riley won't be doing well after this. Missing a game.
Let's
Son of a
kill.
bitch. I can't believe anyone would miss any amount of this game.
Or show up 45 minutes late.
I'm sorry. I have no good excuse.
You hate to see it happen.
But it did.
Okay. Yeah, does anyone want to do anything in particular, or do we want to cut to the next unfortunate interaction?
Booger does want to climb upstairs after everyone else goes to sleep.
Yeah. So, Fiazza and Yuli, do you do anything in particular tonight? Do you want to talk to, what the hell did I name her? Walia? Walia of Ort. W-A-L-L-I-Y-A.
No, I think I talked to her about that, kind of where we're going, what we're doing for. I am comfortable sleeping.
And Zach, is Yuli doing anything in particular?
He actually is like sitting up on his little post where he's got a bedroll, but he doesn't actually extend it. And he sleeps basically right behind the wheel of the ship, but he's just like still swirling the pestle, and every now and then like he's sprinkling something into it, and he's like just whistling to himself.
Okay.
That's basically his evening.
Being creep, got it. All right, Booger, the scene is yours then. After the camera does like an establishing shot for everybody. She's just like got all her stuff kind of holed up in one corner, And she had
Just
brought up
hugging on it.
Yeah, primitive camping gear and some blankets and stuff. So she's made herself like a bit of a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Booger just comes out and he like waddles up to her. And just sits down beside her.
Okay.
Um,
do you wait until she's asleep? Like, is this crazy late?
No, I want her to be awake.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's like more or less like, okay, cool, things are calming down, no one's talked to me in a while, I can finally go to sleep. And then, you know, like a creepy little noodle boy, he pokes his head out and waddles around.
Ugh.
And she's like, "Oh, you're back from your work."
How you doing?
She goes, it's... You know, I had hoped it would be safer than the shore."
He just like, he nods and he just sits down and he goes, I know. And he thinks, I know we seem weird, but we're good.
Because I am inclined to believe that the world is a complicated place. You know, if someone stole my research unjustly, I would feel the need to steal it back, and I think that's what happened here. Surely.
And he gets like, he's like, yeah.
He's way too animated about it.
And he pops out a piece of candy and eats it.
Oh,
No!
And then he just looks at her and goes, "You want one?"
Oh.
And he does not show her the wrapper.
Yeah. Oh, get out of here. Got it. I just did it again.
And I will make a roll if you want me to.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something. Because obviously you want her to eat it or whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Do you want her to get corrupted? Do you want her to just get a little taste? Do you want to scare her? Like, what's your goal? You know what I mean?
Booger is experimenting with what this candy does to people. He's not sure. I mean, I'll tell you, his goal is to corrupt her, but I don't know if the candy even does that.
Nah.
God damn.
That's
She's like, there are so few true pleasures when you're roughing it. Do you go camping very often? What was your name? I swear I heard it, but I couldn't have heard it correctly.
It's not important. Neither kind of looks down.
Aww.
She goes, "That's not true. Everyone's name is important."
They call me Booger.
How horrible! And she like takes the candy. Have you unwrapped it or something? Or
Yeah.
I
think he unwraps it for her.
Right.
So
So
or
you're holding it in such a way.
Yeah. He definitely doesn't want her to see the wrapper.
Yeah. She goes, "How horrible! That's very rude. People picked on my name too,
Oh. He nods and feels. He looks at her like maybe a little adoringly. Suddenly,
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, more from where I'm from than anything else. But they would just chant "Ort, Ort, Ort," and it's not funny.
He nods. Does she eat it?
She's like talking a lot right now. She's like,
Okay.
So they call you Booger, but surely you have a name for yourself. You can't have always been a Booger.
Yeah.
Hey, Booger.
He looks down and he thinks for a really long time. And this is going to be really fucked up. It's like, what? Would you give me one?
Aww. Does she suddenly not want to eat anything?
Adopt me!
No, I mean, it's weird, but it's whatever. Come on, Simon. Quit being a pain. She's like, yes, well, we shall pick a new name for you, and this will be your new identity as a kind young man who's cleaning up his act and cleaning up his clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then and she's like about to eat it, and she's like, but you do not remember your original name? Very sad.
Yes. Ma threw me out, and I ate the dirt, and then the kids would hit me, and I got sick, and I sneezed a lot, and the old man just called me Booger all the time, and then then I was Booger.
Oh, man.
This world is very cruel, and for no good reason. And
I'm gonna make it better.
And she goes to pop it. She says, "I believe that. Thank you for this little treat. It's too kind." And she pops the candy in her mouth. And which one was this?
I think
he has the new stuff.
No, I had 2 of the old pieces. Did I have any inkling of what had more like warped qualities?
I don't think you know 100%.
Yeah, then it's just whatever I thumbed out. I guess it's like way more likely it's a new piece than an old piece because I only had a couple of the old.
Yeah, Simon, I'm gonna fucking cat.
Yeah, so she eats it, and he just grins widely, and he's like, "Well, if you want any more, let me know. I got a ton."
Like, you don't know what I put in that candy. Yeah, I think...
and he gets up.
What's that?
And he stands up after that.
Okay. Yeah, let's see.
You maybe get your new name?
Well, she has to think about it. She doesn't just have a name at the ready.
Aw.
I'll call you Rodney.
And then the next day, one of you calls him Booger, and he just stabs you.
Rodney! That seems fun.
Yes, fail.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, one candy isn't usually enough to completely... Simon, you're being ridiculous. But yeah, I think that, like, it's good, but it's weird to her, but then, like, she doesn't really sleep most of the night, because she's like, I think I want another. She's like...
Yeah, then the opium
God, there's drugs in this, isn't there?
Itching.
Yeah, right, exactly. She's like, oh, God, what did he feed me? She's like, that fucking booger.
It's all drugs!
So, for what it's worth, that would be the end of the scene, but Booger would repeat something similar every night they travel, or at least he'd try to.
Right.
And he's slowly trying to, like, get her hooked and warped. So, I don't know when the next scene is, like, what you're skipping to exactly, but we don't have to roleplay, like, every night. She might refuse it after the first night or whatever.
No, I don't want any of your candy, old man.
Take the candy.
She doesn't give you a name, or she gives you a worse name.
Why are you always hanging around me, you booger?
No!
And you just go into a rage.
Yeah, just lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, so she wasn't planning on hanging out super long because she is kind of specifically looking for test results in this area. So she didn't want to go too awful far. I'm gonna do one more test just to see, like, in middle of the next day, which is kind of like the absolute limit that she can feel comfortable traveling, just because she needs to do this stuff. Does she need another candy?
That's really bad.
God damn. I was like, even if it's a fail, like, she probably takes one and then goes, yeah, oh god, dude.
She's
just fucking these people up.
Can I get some for the road?
Yeah, because together you guys have like 30, right? Like, you took 20 of them?
I took 20.
Yeah.
So I would give her 10 if she was like, oh, do you have more? I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I think, like, she's got most of her stuff squared away. Yuli, did you, like, replace her vial? Like, she doesn't come asking for it, but she definitely, like, hangs around you for a minute to see if, like... She's like, well, I think I'm about to go.
Hint, hint.
Goes, bye!
She's like...
Yeah, no.
She's like, okay.
He smashed the shit out of her vial. Like,
He
has
did,
no
but-
intention.
But he talked a big game about returning it. No, it's cool. Just watch.
Yeah.
That was the end.
He's like, look, it's a magic trick. I'm gonna turn this vial into shards.
Technically I still have 11 candies, because I got 5 old ones.
Gross.
Yeah, I think so you know, you're talked. She has her stuff back. I might flash back at some point to like have another conversation because there might be something that I want the world to know about your journey or something. Suffice to say that she, you know, talks to everybody at least once again, but I don't have like a clear idea of what that is. And then yeah, I think she's got all her stuff. She's lowered down the two flotation devices. She's kind of cautiously, you know, piled like the rags and wraps some stuff for the implements and everything. I think she made a copy of some of her results and stuff, so she probably noticed it really is boring sign. And like the smear of ink from you, like
shutting it.
Yeah. But like the last thing on her mind is fighting with you guys. And she's like, I'm in no position to argue, but I wonder if you could perhaps do me a favor. And she's kind of speaking to like the room, or, you know.
What do you need?
She goes, well, I know, and she turns and looks at Fiaz. She says, well, I know you said you were going the other direction, but if you're already here, you make better time than I do. And I need to continue my research and prove that what we have here is real and true. Even if you only went to Castle Rightguard to continue, could you submit my research? A grant proposal and it being approved would mean a great deal to the research, and we would have a better understanding of the River Reich. Perhaps even catalog some of those vicious beasts you spoke of.
We could do that.
Definitely. I think that is ample repayment for Yuli destroying your file that he had no intention.
I simply changed it.
But you said borrowed.
Now you're the one arguing semantics. And I think he reaches out for the leaflet of papers.
I'm gonna take these.
Wait, you already looked at them. I would like to look at them, please.
Yes, of course. And she hands them to you. She says, please take a look. Just keep them safe. Not, if not least of all, because, you know, we want this work to survive.
Of course. We'll get it there.
And then she turns and looks at Booger.
Yeah.
God, what the hell do I call you? Describe Booger again, because he's missing hair. It's patchy.
Yeah, no, he's got like the crazy old scientist, but it's like really like bald on the top, really long, really nasty hair, super skinny. But like maybe you can't tell he's skinny because he like just wears layers upon layers of rags. Probably like slightly above average height for a human, but not anything crazy. Doesn't like trim his fingernails, walks around in bare feet, has an obnoxiously long tongue.
Yeah.
That we have explored in earlier.
A belly button tentacle.
Yeah, she doesn't know that. She stayed a couple more nights, she might get to see that.
God.
Gross. That's real.
It's good and normal.
It's
this is how Booger makes friends.
And everything.
Is she taking a shit ton of candy from me?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what she names you, because then, yeah, she's going to make a personal plea.
Aw.
And I
don't think...
What?
I was gonna say, I don't think you have to be very convincing.
No, but she doesn't know that.
Aw. As soon as she's out of earshot, though, I have something I want to do. Or if I can drag Yuli off to the side out of earshot while she's doing this thing with Booger.
Mike, assuming you're probably not going to actually go by this name, but
yeah.
Do you want like a quick time event where like if this were like a game or like choose your own, it would present a bunch of names on and you like pick one,
Nope, I want you to choose.
You just want me to pick one?
Name him.
Name me, Dave.
Yeah.
You had the chance. You could have called.
Oh my-
You could have said "Name me, Daddy," and it would have been great.
You could I want it to be Dave.
I think of myself far too highly for this.
Call him Mike.
I almost did that. I was almost like Mike. I've just been like using random name generators. I'm just looking for something that really speaks to me. I put a couple of good ones in chat.
Can we just yell a bunch of names?
B golf. David Hasselon.
Wow.
Lubin Bodo Hartwick Kurt.
It can't be Kurt.
It would be really funny.
Kurt. No. Make it Kurt.
It's Kurt with a C. It'd be very funny.
Oh.
Yeah, Riley comes back like Kurt. And I'm like, it's with a C.
It's with a C. Don't kill me.
It's with a C.
I think Hartwig would be good because
I actually like Hartwig.
He was nice to her.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
like
agree.
Hartwig.
I agree. I was really feeling Bodo because it's like it keeps it.
Bodo.
It keeps Bodo Booger, right? But Hartwig actually really spoke to me.
Yeah, Hartwig's good.
Okay.
Hartwig is good.
Yeah, so that'll be the scene, right? She walks up to you, and she says, and she puts her hands on you, Booger.
Ooh, that doesn't happen often.
Yeah, she holds your head, right? And she's like, you really surprised me, and I while I'll miss everyone here, and I appreciate you all, I gave it a lot of thought. I didn't sleep last night, and you see her pupils are like dilated.
yeah.
She's just sweating.
And boogers are also dilated.
Yeah, she's like, I've decided that I will always remember you, Hartwig, and I do wonder if you would give me one final parting gift. If you had, a little more of that candy.
Scratch.
Yeah, he gives her 10 pieces.
Jesus. She's like, wherever do you find such a bounty?
Oh, are they in wrappers?
I think now they are. Yeah, he's like, oh, she's hooked. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And he says, if you're in Nuln or Altdorf, ask for Hartwig. But if you make your way back to Grunberg, look for the owl.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't get it, but she's like, all right, the owl, yes, I will.
Tell a booger sent ya, and he winks.
Hartwig.
They'll know me as Booger.
She's like, but not for long. And then she goes to the side and she like lowers, because she would have needed the ship to go a little more into the shallows than it was before. And she like sticks one in the mud, sticks the other in the mud, and then goes down the rope ladder, and then kind of slowly and carefully affixes herself in the stilts.
Yeah, I think Booger's just like staring off into space, like mouthing the word Hartwig.
Yeah, Booger's in love.
Booger found a mommy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good.
Finn is ushering Yuli into like the steering well room, as they call it in boat terms. And I'm quietly, so that no one can hear other than us, I'm like, Yuli, got an idea.
What is it?
Let me see this research.
I want to look at it first.
No. You can look at it. I just show me its cover letter.
Okay. And he opens up the book, the page, like he's offering it to you, but keeping it in his hand.
Yeah, that's more than fine. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cross out her name and write yours and my name.
Okay.
Does that
And
sound
he's
good?
just like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
No one will ever notice.
This isn't the greatest idea, because we're just crossing out the name.
It's like
knocking a couple letters off the side of a boat and claiming it to be a different boat.
She didn't know any better.
No, she did.
Can which one of us has a better handwriting to make a new cover letter?
What? Oh, why don't we just add a production credit for you? We'll say that you helped.
See, what I'm looking to do is get part of this research grant. And I want to get you in on this.
I don't think.
Piazza's like, I don't have to include you in this.
I don't think that they're going to give her the grant.
Doesn't hurt to try.
No, sure, but why don't we just use this to get inside the door?
I actually love this idea, man. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's fantastic.
Actually, a really good idea. But to get in the door, we're gonna need our names on it.
So you have art training. So if you sit down.
Oh, I didn't do art training, but I can try.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got a surprisingly
I've got a
high
roll for it.
roll.
This
Yeah.
is
I got
such
a 42.
This is such a bad fucking roll if this does not go well.
All right. So I'm gonna try to add our names to the credits so that we can we're in on that.
I think that if we just say that we're here to deliver this grant, they have to let us in the door.
But what if they don't?
Then we use the 5 points I put in charm and get through the door anyways.
You're like, but would you do it for me? They're like, I just said no.
We have to deliver this. No, you don't. But what about me? Wait.
I got a lot in bribery. I also have a lot in charm. We can some in haggle. Oh, I've got 5 new points in intimidate.
There you go.
Piazza and Yuli are talking, and they're just like, I think I have a pretty high charm. I think I can do this.
Alright, so do
This is my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if we give the grants over to them, they won't be able to send her the money. They'll ask us to bring her the money.
Okay.
And then
that makes sense. You are very familiar with this process.
Yes. They don't just send out checks in the mail.
That one's got
That-
a point.
Makes a lot of
Although I
sense.
do really like the forgery roll. It sounds like a lot of fun, and
Alright.
it feels very
I like
Warhammer.
So we've got 2 options. We can give ourselves part of the credit for all of her work, as well as take the money, or we could just take.
I think that we can play this up to our strength. All you have to do is add yourself on to her credit. You don't have to change that she wrote it. Just say that you helped.
Yeah. Yes. I just want to put my name on there.
Yes. Just put at the bottom, put edited by Piazza.
Edited by Piazza. Okay. Is this where I roll an art, Dave?
Yeah, unless you think there's a more applicable skill, but I think that's pretty decent. Because I imagine there's a forgery, but I don't think anyone has it. So
I don't have it.
Art's the closest thing I saw.
Do I get a modifier because I know how to read and write?
I'm going to give you a +10 because you can take several days uninterrupted with this.
Okay.
But if you fail,
That's really bad.
that's almost the worst it can be.
Woo! We did it.
Cool. Well,
So what I do?
I don't know. Thankfully, I have 2 weeks to figure out what went wrong.
I have some thoughts.
Sure. Yeah. What do you got?
First thought is Yuli lets me hold the book so I can start to write it, and the wind knocks it into the river.
It's just gone. Okay.
It's just gone.
So
why would it be that? Why would you suggest that?
So I mean, but I'm not inclined to go with that one because that's not fun, right? Strictly speaking, it's punishing, but then I don't get to do anything more with it. She's just mad later, but who is she? No one.
Yeah, I imagine it's. I want it to still be usable if at all possible.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, like
Sorry,
when
my
you.
thing went.
Oh, she's gone. Like
she's dead.
She's dead.
I'm here.
Fumbling failure. Just Fiazza's gone. Fiazza's no longer a character.
I
The
forget
freshwater squid.
It's touchscreen.
Right, I mean, like, spilling of the ink and ruining it is hilarious.
Yeah.
Accidentally putting, like, a weird figure that now they, like, obsess over, like, and fundamentally compromising the grant's also very funny.
Yeah. You
It's
could,
it's me assuming that they don't really... Not everybody knows how to read and write, and I don't know too much about this thing, so I just draw some inappropriate things on it.
Yeah. Like, that's definitely a good one. You're like, oh, we're going to jazz it up a little bit. Do a little marginalia. We're going to add a few more dates because, you know, like, we want to, you know... And then you just, like, make up a bunch of numbers that don't make any sense. You, like, accidentally
I try to add to the research.
Right, you accidentally make the River Reich, like, 300 feet deeper somewhere, and they're just like, wait, what?
It's like, this is so boring. We need to spice this up.
I love it.
What's the dude's name? Oh, man. Oh, no, that didn't work. You could say that, like, there's a part in it where we run into Franz the First. It's just, like, something batshit insane that we thought would work.
Right, we just, like... Then we talked to this guy, he did this thing. Yeah, he was really cool. You're like, yeah, these academics.
Right, in the whole octopus thing. The squid thing.
Oh, man, that... we just write about, like, seeing a golden-haired warrior fighting in the forest.
Yeah.
We're like, we gotta jazz this thing up.
we literally write in everything that we did after leaving Nolan stealing this boat. Sans the part that we stole.
We add, like, 12 pages onto the back of the book that is just, like, bullshit fanfic.
And then we fought an octopus and a shadow chased us, and a man was on the shore and he stared at us.
And he threatened us.
So
and then we met an owl.
Right, the research grant just becomes a story of what you guys did, because everyone just very, It's Always Sunny, just, like, keeps yelling over the top each other, and Fiazza's just like, alright, I'll write it down, I don't care.
I got this. It's going in. Every time excerpt.
There's, like, 9 pages, and the first 3 are Fiazza's detailing of the event, and then the next 3 are Hartwig's, and then the next 3 are Yuli's. And it's, like, the same event every single time.
But different perspectives.
Yeah.
So it's slightly different.
Oh, no. It's off the rails different. They're like, these are some wild stories. It's like, oh, it's the same 3 idiots going down the river.
We just, like, accidentally, like, backwards created why we, like, are following this story. It's just this research grant that someone read years later. Was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like some trashy novel that just gets passed around.
We get published in the future.
We're actually famous writers.
Old man Hartwig is surrounded by a bunch of his half-tentacled children and he's just telling the story. He's just paying up.
How it all started.
That's how he became the Hartwig.
That's actually really beautiful.
If you behave, I'll read another page tomorrow.
And then Mr. Wiggle turns the page and all the kids cheer, and it's like...
Well, like, half the kids are, like, octopi from the bottom, half down.
Yeah, they're all butt faces.
Yeah, that kid's got a beak.
It's not even your kids. It's just all the street urchins from Nuln.
God.
Yeah, they're not even your kids. They're just kids you found.
Yeah.
My new family.
Listen to another story and you can get a candy.
Yeah, we'll say that this is what the fumbling failure was.
Yeah, no,
a fumbling success.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's
the fumbling failure is that we know we're not getting the research money.
But you have to turn it in anyway. You're like, they might like this though. Like, we really got something here.
We just screwed an old lady out of money. Like, that's all that happened here.
I mean, you said she wasn't getting it anyways.
Yeah, and now they're like
decide that.
They send an inquisitorial squad down there. Like, that lady's crazy.
Yeah, like somebody's got to snatch her up. This isn't good.
Gotta put her down.
Gotta take away her science degree.
And then they just find her, like, drugged out of her mind on the...
Covered in tentacles. They're like, yup, knew it, bang.
Yeah. She looks up. Is that my Grant? And a crossbow bolt just takes her in the face.
God. So every time we run this game, I reset the tags and make sure I include evil characters. Because every time, like...
It's so dark.
Right.
That's
so all
sad.
of us. Wait, are we saying that they tasked us to go back and take care of her?
I don't know.
Holy
If
moly.
that's the case, I need to cross my name off of this.
No, they won't have you do it. But man, all right.
You didn't use a pseudonym?
Yeah, I used my moniker. Biaza Flu Garden.
Jesus.
Praise be to Nurgle. The Flu Garden.
God.
There's like one page of the fanfic she sneezed on.
Just smeared it around. And,
Yeah, it's just...
And then I traced it, and it's a puppy.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, so we're gonna end up calling it a little bit early. I like that as a stopping point. I like how horrible everything went. This gives us the opportunity to bring everybody back in. We're gonna do. We may have a brief scene in Castle Reitgar just handing this off, but I think we pretty much decided everything that needs to happen there. And then when we come back in 2 weeks, we'll be speeding right along towards Altdorf, and probably not the conclusion of this arc quite yet, but soon.
TM.
Soon, TM.
I'm taking down Castle Reitgard. The
Castle
whole
Reitgard.
thing.
It's gotta happen.
Kill it. I'm taking them all.
Taking them all. Gotta end them. Jeez, that was... Man, very rarely does a fumbling failure turn so much of a campaign in one direction, but that was very entertaining.
Oh my
Well,
god.
we're gonna be famous, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
People will definitely know you, but probably not for the right reasons. So at some point, Mike, and you can just keep this in the back of your mind, we started the night off with you can throw 5 points. You could do 1 point in 5 different things, 2 and 3, you know what I mean, however you want to split it. 5 points across characteristics on the first page. You just put that in advances. And then 5 points across skills as well.
So, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to go, like, ballistic skill, if you want to up that to 32, you can do that. If you wanted to do 2 in weapon skill and 3 in something else, you could do that.
Gotcha.
I'm keeping track of what I'm giving as experience, or what I'm giving as, like, skills and stuff. Technically, we're not doing experience exactly the way it's intended, but we're doing a thing.
Says I've gotten 150 experience in the past because I kept track of that.
I wish it told me what these single letters stand for, because I totally fucking forget.
The whole first 10 minutes of our thing was like, what do these mean?
Weapon, so melee, ranged, strength, so actual damage you're dealing, toughness, which reduces damage incoming, and then
intuition.
No, it's either intelligence or right?
Initiative.
Initiative and intelligence should be.
Yeah, this one's initiative, and then it's agility, dex, intellect.
Yeah.
Whatever WP is, and then fealty.
Willpower.
Or fellowship.
Fellowship, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Willpower and fellowship.
So 5 there, and then 5 on the second page?
Yep.
I did 3 weapon skills, 2 strength, and then +5 intimidate.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just to spend some stuff, and then I think when we get in Altdorf, we're gonna hit like chopping for real and see if anybody is going into the next tier of their class, or if people want to change classes. Careers.
Right.
So
cool.
Yeah. All right. A little bit shorter of a stream, but you know, like I was saying, I didn't want to move too much along, but I definitely wanted to meet and do something, and it broke up the journey a little bit. And
I liked it.
Congratulations!
It was really good.
congratulations, because that's literally the first NPC that you haven't like killed.
Woo!
We maimed.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where she ends up.
Mentally.
We got her hooked on candy drug.
You did. Yeah, but I mean, like, when you figure Dieter and Richter, one of them's dead. Waxman and, not Sigmund?
Sigmar.
No, not Sigmar. It was Sigmund or Sigbald.
Yeah.
Waxman's dead. The three kids, who fucking knows, man? Like,
We haven't been back there in a while.
We do have to figure that out someday.
we do have to figure that out.
Just do a cutaway. That's Mike's kid.
Yeah, y'all are like 50% on NPCs, so.
Yeah,
We didn't kill the owl or that one guy that was the bouncer or the guy that brought us to the candy house.
Yeah, the guy that brought you to the candy house was surprising, because the owl was like way outclassed you, and the docks,
Bouncer.
the docks guy just ran. Like, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go," and left. So he didn't really give you much of an option. But I definitely expected her to die tonight, so I'm proud of you, if nothing else.
Just
Yay,
addicted to
us.
candy.
Just addicted to candy. Yeah, just life ruined, research grant wasted, and addicted to candy, but not dead.
We ruined her credibility. We ruined her stability, and she is now an addict. So we may not have killed her, but she does not have a very pleasant life anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, that pretty much sums up dealing with this party. So,
And I got named.
and you got named. So, once again, thank you all for
Heartwig.
playing. Happy to have you. Chat, thanks
Yeah, it was good.
thanks for sticking it out with us. Having I was certainly entertained. I love laughing at the misfortunes of these poor NPCs in the old world. And yeah, we'll be back at it in a week. That'll be the D&D 5th edition one, actually. But 2 weeks back here. Well, we won't have everybody, will we?
Not
Oh yeah,
me.
Amanda misses, right?
Amanda misses instead.
Unless the hotel wait, which day is this? Thursday?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be seeing either Mean Girls or Beetlejuice that day.
Okay.
We're going Broadway.
Yeah.
That is cool.
We probably won't deal with Kurt, but we'll probably do some stuff in town and get like right up to that point.
Yeah,
So.
I can submit some stuff ahead of time too if that helps.
Okay. Cool. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Yep.